Jackson Fall kid. Who's sticking out to you, and what do they continue to have to work on?
Well, like any freshman, it's a challenge, and I try to push them hard. I try to get them adjusted to college life and the college situation. What I would say about all three of them, in their own right and their own abilities, have shown some signs of positive things. And then they've shown signs of being a freshman. So each one of them got an area that they do well. But Marcus Miller has been doing. He's been doing really well. He's been doing consistent. He's been able to play a little bit up. Enoch is growing. He's growing daily. He's doing a great job of adjusting and doing what I'm asking him and doing. And TC, he's doing a good job as well. He's growing as well.
How much did they have to catch up, not being here in the spring like some of the other guys?
Well, it's just necessarily a catch up, but an adjustment. This game is much different than high school, and this conference is much different than high school. So they've been going through an adjustment period, and they've hit the ground running. I demand a lot out of them. I coach them hard, and so they've just been going through an adjustment period. They handling it well.
Isaiah Nichols is a guy that maybe we hadn't talked a lot about coming off a redshirt year. Talk about his growth from spring to 10 days in the fall camp.
Well, man, the thing about Isaiah, he's very coachable. Very coachable, man. We want to try to play an aggressive style up front, so he's not afraid to play aggressive. He's not afraid to try to be physical up front. He's doing very well. He's doing very well. We expecting him to be able to contribute a lot to this team this year and to be able to have a different role this year in this team. So he's growing well and he's adjusting well.
What are you looking for out of the scrimmage Saturday that maybe you didn't see last Saturday?
Just growth from things that we made mistakes at last Saturday. Let's see how can we apply coaching and not make those same mistakes this Saturday. And just want to see growth. Just get better every day. That's not only this Saturday and this scrimmage, but also every day. How can we get better?
You obviously want your guys to get after the quarterback, but where do you feel like you guys are as far as being able to stop the run? You feel like you're taking some strides there?
I think we do some things. We're doing some things decent. I think we're doing some things decent. I think we're still, growing and still getting better at that. But I've been very pleased, how we have, just trying to implement what we're trying to do and what we're trying to, the identity we're trying to establish up front. So we've been doing well.
When you look at the numbers, realistically, how many guys do you kind of want to rotate through a game, or what are you guys talking about?
Anywhere from 4 to 5 guys. Want to be able to play 4 to 5 guys a game.
Did he get full water back out there today?
He was back out there today. He's back
out there.
It is. It gives you some depth. It is. It was good to get him back out.
Fullwater seems to have a really nice frame. What does he need to do to continue striding and get on the field?
Just be coachable, in which he is a coachable kid. Just try to apply coaching and just try to get better, do extra things, take football home with him, and just do the things he necessarily need to do to get better.
You look at TJ and Sosa, just the leadership they provide there with that unit.
Now they've been awesome. They've been really tremendous in that area. They have been really great leaders for our room. But not only in our room, they've been a great asset as leaders just on this team. So I'm very pleased with them as leaders.
Jonathan, what's he provide to you guys defensively?
Man, he gives us great depth. He gives us the opportunity to be able to play some extra guys. He does really well in the weight room, so we're trying to transition that to the field. I think he will be stout in the run game and just trying to be more active in the pass game. So we're just looking for depth out of him.
What's the key for you guys to be successful in the middle of that defensive line?
Man, just be consistent. That's the key, being consistent and continuously pushing ourselves to get better every day.
Coach Caldwell talked consistency a lot. I mean, is that just once you get to this point in preseason camp, is that what it's about?
Yes, that's what it's about because, up front, I mean, there ain't a whole lot of different things that you're doing. It ain't a whole lot of different things. You just got to be consistent at doing the things that you do. So when you're not doing a whole lot of different things, you just got to be good at the the limited things that you do.
What's it like as you prepare for this season? Just you out there coaching these guys and preparing to be back out on the field, Coach.
Like I've always said, it's a tremendous blessing for me. Going into it, man, I see these guys, man, that they want to do well, they want to be good. So that makes me want to give all I have to them in order to help them in every way I can.
How much have they bought into what you do with those videos and how you approach coaching these guys?
Man, I can't be more pleased with the relationship I have with the young men that I have the opportunity to coach. It's been a great environment. It's been a great room. I do believe, man, they are bought in. They are fully bought in, and we're building a great trust relationship between us.
The relationship you and Coach Caldwell have as you build that line group together, and how all that's trying to be seamless as you get ready for this season.
I mean, I think it's important. We got to be able to work coincide with each other, and just already having that relationship with Coach Caldwell and just what he has did for me in my life and poured into my life. So it makes it easy. It makes it easy for us to work together.
How'd you guys do in the scrimmage the other day?
We had some good things. We had some positive things, and we got some things that, wasn't positive, things that, areas we need to get better in, things we need to work on. But we had some positive things as well.
Anything specific that was positive, or?
Some of the things that we were able to transition from the meeting room to practice to put it in a game situation. I saw several things that was positive. How we playing fundamentally and how we playing technique-wise. All those things was positive, and then just saw some things that we didn't necessarily execute the way that we are practiced and prepared to.
What are you looking for out of scrimmage too this coming Saturday?
Getting better, doing better at the things that we didn't do well at the first scrimmage, doing better at the things that we've been practicing at this week, and just being better all around.
I know Chad said you didn't scrimmage Sosa a whole lot because you guys know what he can do. Obviously, you want to take care of him. You want to take care of everybody, but especially what kind of camp is he having?
He's having a really good camp. He's having a really good camp for us. He's been a really great impact and influence on my room as well as this team. And he's having a really good camp.
We talked at the golf deal the other day. There was a lot of talk about Jonathan Marshall being a freaky athlete, and the key was to take that, the stuff he tests real well at the weightlifting, the vertical jumps and all that, take it to the football field. I know it hadn't been that many practices and not that many pads, but how is he doing with that aspect of it?
I think he's done really well. He has, from the time I got here in the spring, he has really shown a lot of growth. He's really shown a lot of confidence, and it's going to be exciting to see how that plays out for him this year.
You like what you're seeing?
I do. I like what I see, and I like where we're at. But with that, I do recognize that we still have a ways to go. Yeah. We still got things we need to do.
Yeah, I think it's 3 true freshmen in there. I guess Jackson and Carter and Miller, I think is. How are those guys doing?
They're doing good. Each one of them have the things that are their strengths, and each one of them have things that are their weakness. They have shown some good signs. They've shown some positive signs, each one of them, and then they've shown just the sign of being a freshman as well. So, but I'm pleased with them. I enjoy coaching them, and I'm just looking forward to just continuing to help them grow.
You're saying maybe one thing positive about each guy, like what would you say, like about Carter?
Carter, he does well. He works well with his hands. He's always inquisitive, always asking questions because, you can tell that it's important to him. He wants to be better. Enoch, he shows some explosiveness. He plays with good leverage, understandably so, and he. I see him apply coaching. Some things that I've coached him on that necessarily he did in high school and had a lot of success out of that necessarily might not be translate to that much success on this level, that I've asked him to adjust. He's adjusted in that level. And then Marcus, he's been really well in playing fitting in the run game and playing blocks and competing and being tough. So he's done well in that area. So all three of them have shown positive signs, and we just got to keep working and keep getting after it.
You got 3